Alright, hello, what's going on? Alright. Always come out when everybody's up and down the street. Yeah, you're probably gonna hear this, but I got a neighbor over there who's, I don't know if they're partying or what, but got some kind of loud music. But I just wanted to try and get out here real quick as best I can. Because I've had this saber, I don't even know how long. I'll maybe put it in the description, but I mean, it had to be a couple months. It's a Proffie saber, but it didn't come with the config. Which is, in hindsight, like now looking at it, it wasn't the big deal that it was, but it just in my mind, it was like, oh, I don't have this. It's going to be such a pain in the ass to, like, you know, get it figured out, get it programmed. But it really wasn't that bad, and now that I've got it, I mean, it's doing the basics and, you know, changing sound fonts and then adding the styles and you know, as long as I can do that right now and do it regularly and successfully, I'm like supremely happy. So that's, you know, what I got going on here. You know, so I just wanted to like show it off. It's the same body style as the other Pixel Saber that I got from the same company. You know, and I really like it. I added some tape right here. And I just added this too. If you go with hockey tape, don't ever get white. Just don't do it. Get something that's, you know, not white. You know, there's a lot of colors, and I'm sure a lot of them will, you know, just look a lot better if you use these a lot. But yeah, this thing has been pretty crazy, and you know, most of my being able to do this probably, you know, I mean, there's a lot of people making videos, but then there's Fet263. He's doing so much work on this, and I mean, I don't have any money right now, but as soon as I do get some money, I'm like joining that guy's Patreon, and I'm giving him something, because the guy is, you know, doing a lot with this. You know, that much is clear. And, you know, what he talks about, like, I guess what is driving him, you know, with I guess, like, his overall philosophy of things, when he just, like, imagines this, it sounds like exactly what I want, you know, so that's really cool. He's talking about, like, video game and, you know, like, the stuff that I'm looking at, like, the stuff I've been looking at, like, the alt fonts and being able to switch stuff. It's, like, it just looks ridiculous. Like, you can do, like, a multi-party, your party in an RPG, and you can kind of, like, recreate the whole sounds of that, and it's, you know, like, switching your characters. It's like, just sounds like really insane stuff coming for this, and you know, it's a good time. I'm just glad to have learned it. But so I just want to show this off. I have the handle that came with it, but I also did something else, and I'm really glad that I just found this out, because, all right, so I'm gonna put it on. And this is, honestly, it's set at max volume, I think. Hold on, let me just check that.
Settings menu. Edit volume. Maximum volume.
All right, so maximum volume.
Settings menu. Edit control settings. Exit.
Okay. So it's at max volume, and in the config, I have it set to 1,000. I tried to take it higher than that, and I did blow a speaker, and I had to replace it. So, but yeah. What was I saying? Okay, so this is at max volume, you know, with the stuff that it came with. So it's not really like blowing my mind. This pommel that it came with, on the other saber that I had, I actually punched a hole in the bottom of it, and it did improve it. It did improve it. It still could use some help, but it did improve it. I don't know if the blades, I tried to come out at the time of day that might show off these blade styles. Hoping it does, because they're really cool. I got some of the grayscale ones on here, and see, but I mean, I can hear like just the way the Proffie's working with it. You know, it sounds good. I'm getting the accent swings and just the way like it's all coming together is amazing. Like, you know, it definitely, it's definitely another improvement over like regular cheapo baselit, the Xeno Pixel that I tried, and then the Xeno 3 that has like, you know, accent swings, SNV4 is trying to get it, you know, so this is definitely better. I mean, it just does it better. It's just not coming through very loudly with this. However, what I figured out, and what was kind of disappointing, is I guess the threads that are on the bottom area here that put the pommel on are different than a lot of the threads that you see on your common sabers. You know, LGT-TXQ, you know, and whatever you might get from any assorted number of resellers. So I was trying to find other parts that may fit, but, you know, I'm not sure, and that would just be spending money on things. The threads on this bottom section here, these are like LGT-TXQ threaded, and I tried an old handle that I had, and it just fits. And like the speaker is just right down here. It's not like coming out as I use it. And then I'm gonna try and put a 24 in there, because this actually is a 22-inch speaker, so that's also why it's a bit underwhelming on the sound. But now with that, I can put a 24 in there, and then when I put this down, it's gonna hold it in place. And then this is all like just a big, you know, sound vent for the speakers. So you can hear, you should be able to. You know, it already improves it a lot. It just, it's not even necessarily like just an issue of loudness, although it does get louder, but there's just frequencies of, you know, the sound that just don't seem to even come out of these holes. Like deep bass, forget it. Like, you know, there's some fonts on here that have deep bass that almost all of the character there in those sounds, they might as well not even be played. It's crazy. It definitely makes a huge difference, you know, what we do with this. But now that I'm able to do this, I mean, I'm really like enjoying this a lot more. I mean, this just worked out, you know, supremely well in my favor, that this old handle from a saber that I, you know, destroyed by using worked for this, and now I can add all, like, you know, whatever I want on the end of it. You know, and I could even like do a staff as well with my other one, except the H pixel core was a little tighter, so I might, you know, it'll take a little bit of work to squeeze that one in, but I mean, I still like that, and I'd still, you know, use that one a lot more if I could just bump the sound up on the, and put a 24 in that one. Make that one, you know, like a touch louder as well. I keep doing this. I keep like swinging these things without see this. I like, oh yeah, I really love the colors on this one. Forgive me if I'm not remembering the names. I mean, I'll look them up. It's all the, this is a grayscale font. I know that one. It might be Masterless. But the colors, it's like there's like this lime, and it's it's like pulsing up, and then when you swing it, it sort of like comes in this, I don't know, like kind of like cantaloupe. It's a really nice color. I don't know. I like it. Like some kind of peach. It's got melon flavors, and it's I like the look of it, you know. I like all the in between colors and stuff.
This is the steel
That one's, I'm not going to show that one because that one's just similar to the, that's just the chainsaw. Although, wait, hold on. I can go back.
See the chainsaw.
I'm getting used to the controls and like how everything works on this, and it's really easy. Like, I mean, the Proffie and what it is, thanks to, you know, FET 263's, it's supremely thoughtful. It really is, and it's I'm really enjoying it, and just like, I mean, I have the gesture controls on too, and so far it's like not bothering me with spinning. That was a problem that I, you know, could have on some of the other ones where it was just whatchamacallit, it would turn on and off, you know, when I put the gesture controls on and it'd spin, it would turn off, you know. This one seems to be all right. Also, another thing that I'm really digging over this, and I mean, maybe it's a minor thing, but on the Xenopixel, you know, the Xeno 3, SNV4, all of those, when you spin, it's registering as a swing, so you're getting swing sounds when you spin it like this, and I don't think you should be getting swing sounds when you're spinning it, because that's not a swing. And this, you know, the details for Proffie are here. So, I mean, I think I'm becoming a snob. I have no idea how to do any of the blade effects, set any of that up. I mean, I just copy and paste what, you know, these guys have put together and kindly provided, because they took the time to do this and put these together. And some of them are super cool.
Ninja Turtles.
Like, that one's cool. It's got, you know, all the colors of the bandanas. And I did something similar with the SNV4. I kind of had something like moving around with all of them. But I think the way this one like goes and changes color looks cooler. And it doesn't take too much time, you know, to like upload all the stuff. Like, once you get like set, I guess once you're over like the beginning stages of it, and you get your computer set up and Arduino, get the Proffie OS, and it's not even all that hard. It just, you know, it just sounds like, to me, I've done some similar things, but, you know, I guess I just have some anxiety about it, so it seems bigger than it is until you do it, and you're like, oh, okay, that was not hard. And now it's just like a matter of course. You just, you know, copy and paste, verify, make sure you know, it's checking out okay. It'll tell you if it's, you know, you're not gonna damage anything. I guess that was my concern. You know, it's not gonna really let you damage stuff, which is great. Let's see what I got. The Mercenary. I love this blade style. I honestly don't know, like, if any part of that is going to show up on film, but this one just looks very alive. Like, it's got kind of these dark little spots going up and then some down. And then it's like as you move it, it like cycles up. I think that's one of my favorite, like, I haven't put all of them on here, like, so far. Like, I think I already said the grayscale ones are bigger. Supposedly, they've been optimized, and, you know, that'll be released down the line. Or if you want to get a part on the early access beta, you know, whether or not I get to that on time or not, I'm still finding a way to give that guy money, because, you know, if he's got all of these fit onto the same, you know, board, that's pretty awesome. I would definitely be interested in that. But it just, everything just, it's, in every respect, it's just like more reactive, you know, than the other ones. But it takes time to make these things happen. So, you know, if you wanted to completely design your own, you know, it's a lot more learning. The budget boards, I mean, you just download the app and you can kind of do something cool in just a few minutes, you know. So there's a reason those exist. I'm not trying to say like one's necessarily better than the other, you know. That's something stuck on my brain. I'm also thinking of sanding this. I've heard people saying they do that, and supposedly helps it diffuse a little bit better. Oh, there's Apocalypse. I love the freaking ignition on that one. You know, looks like a flickering flame, and then that's, you know, I mean, the thing that sucks is, well, I mean, I guess it's great because in such a short time, but it kind of sucks because I remember when I got the Xeno 2 and like I got some of the grayscale fonts and I thought, these are, you know, not really all that. You know, there were a few of them that I liked, and Exalted was one of them. That was definitely one that was kind of like still cool on there, even with all the other stuff. But now that it's like with the better boards, it sounded better. But now on this, they're freaking amazing, especially for free. But they just sound like so much different. And like I said, I think one of the things that might, you know, people might be doing is they might be getting the grayscale fonts, downloading, and they're like, oh, where's all the accent swings? They're not, these aren't, I don't want to say obnoxious, but they're not very in your face, you know, which is great. It kind of, they sound like energy swords, I guess, you know. Some fonts, it's cool to have like a really long trailing effect, but, you know, on these mostly, you know, I like the subtlety of them, you know, just like that blade style. I just like that it's got so many like little subtle things going on like all at once, and movement. It you know, I like the way they do things. I definitely want to be buying some of their fonts in the future. I just keep spending all my damn money on sabers, but hopefully, and I have another one coming too, another Proffie. You know, hopefully that one will be a little louder. You know, and I'll show that off when I get it. But I'm gonna give a link to this one, because I mean, you can get this one for, I think I paid $125 plus shipping, so, you know, about $150, $160 or so for a Proffie. it's not, a bad deal. Like I said, it's going to suffer in the sound department because it's got a small speaker. The design of it kind of inhibits it, but there are ways around it. I found this, and I think it'll look pretty cool. Like, I don't actually mind the way it looks. It's not too far off from the tone of metal. It's just more beat on because it was a crap, it kind of got crapped on from use. It's just a little bit like slimmer, but I don't really care about this thing all that much. I'm not like necessarily a perfectionist. I kind of things, I like things that look a little, a bit different. But yeah, I would just say if maybe they could, just go with some more, or make some more pommels. If you're gonna go with that size, then you got to make pommels and accessories. Maybe make some extension pieces that could fit on there in that thread size that you could just put on there. And it would be like a female to male, I suppose, if you wanted to just make it for sound. And with a pixel blade, it never hurts to add a little bit of length if you can just get used to that length being there. I don't know, that's definitely shouldn't have said it that way, but it is actually a consideration. When you have more handle there, you're more likely to hit yourself like that, or hit yourself in the face. You kind of have to learn how to not do that. I think I've been rambling on enough. I didn't have too many fonts on here. Maybe I'll show off a couple. This is Exalted. Did I show this one? Yeah, so that one. Always a favorite of mine. Yeah, I already showed that. It might have showed all of what I have on here. But it's, I don't know. And now, the thing that's crazy is, Proffie 3 is out, and now 2.2 is going to be really cheap. It makes sense to me at some point, just going that way with baselets too. Why not? Why not get that ridiculous sound? And you can do more with the blade effects. That's something that's kind of killing me about the budget. The Xeno 3 has an RGB and it has cool sound, and I really like that. TXQ is going to be doing an sRGB. I've seen that. It's going to be the same deal where you can just have the customizable sound files for your baselets. Amazing. But for some reason, both of them don't seem to think that there's any kind of blade effects you can do with an RGB. You can't do color shifting. You can't change the colors for clash, so you can have a red clash would be cool, or maybe a blue, or whatever the hell you want. Your all your effects can you can just decide the colors on them. You should be able to have control the pulse. It just seems so weird that they both think, oh no, 3 different blade styles. No, come on. Come on. We can offer a bit more there, I think. But I'm just one guy with an opinion, really. Just babbling. But yeah, so apologies if all this stuff isn't really showing up as well as I'm hoping that it does. But I'm trying to figure out how to do that, how to get the best, because the details that come through on this, they're hard to capture, really. And I know even with people who've shown it rather well, still when you get it in the hand, it's it's not doing it the service. You need to see one of these in person. So I'm just trying to show the work that's been put into these rather than just a big glowy stick that maybe looks like it's moving. But yeah, that's enough, I think, out of this one. I mean, I'm just super happy that, you know, first I got Proffie working, you know, a few days ago, and I'm like, holy shit, yes. And then now, like, I found out that I can really modify the sound on this, and this is, you know, really now taking a step up in, you know, for me and how I felt about it. Because honestly, I mean, even with the improvements that I put on there, just drilling it out, it helped, but it just wasn't, you know, quite doing, you know, what this is. You know, I think that these companies could just put a little bit more focus there. You know, it's an important part of the product. You know, they seem to understand that we want better sound, but you know, it's the way things are built that we're kind of like not paying enough attention to. That's for sure. You know, but still a good value. It's 2 buttons, cool buttons. It's not even shine through. I think it's got LEDs in there, so that's pretty cool. Follows whatever you got going on with the blade. And also the chassis is removable. I want to say that. It seems to be like pretty solid. That I'll definitely say about these. They feel durable. And I actually think that you can attribute some of it to that, because if you drop it, some of that, if this is a whole solid piece that's mounted in there, you know, you're more likely to snap it. This is more likely to just like move a little bit rather than, you know, break, I think. So, I mean, I'm not trying to drop this, but I have dropped my other Pixel Saber quite a lot, and it still works. You know, it feels damn reliable. That much is for sure. You know, it's just like anything else. You're gonna want to work on some things. I might want to replace these buttons, get something flatter, so I feel like I have a little bit more there I can do with my fingers, you know, when I'm spinning it, because I don't like hitting buttons. I really love the colors on this one. And also, I'm not even sure like how I did it, but it seems like things like whatever, like the tip drag, like they seem to work automatically. The melt. Oh. Like I don't have to push any buttons, or like I don't know if that's battle mode, but that's freaking awesome.
The chainsaw.
Except that I didn't show it because like when you pull away it stops, which is cool, but you know, like I'd have to do it. I'd have to have the camera pointed at a wall to show it. Maybe one of these days I'll do that when I get the other one. Alright, I'm gonna do just this one. I think this is the same as the Army of Darkness one with just different sound files, which is fine. I'm just curious if I'm identifying it right. But that's the great thing about this is like, you know, you can kind of take you can take these sound fonts, and I mean you can modify if you just for your Saber. I mean, if you took one and you're just like, oh, I don't like these sounds, you can pop in whatever you want and just make yours just a little bit different. You know, it's really friggin' cool. I mean, I want to go deeper with that, but it's just I'm like kind of overwhelmed. So there's just a lot. I mean, I just really like all these things, and they're just freaking light up sticks. Such an awesome tool. All right, I'm gonna end that right there. If you've watched this far, you know, if you like these rambles or whatever, or if you have better, if you want me to make them shorter and try to be, better about that, let me know. If I can get more to the point for you, I don't mind. I just want to show off some of this stuff, some of the things I've been doing because it's a lot of fun, and appreciate you watching. All right.